Hello, welcome to your St. John Narana Midweek message for this week, continuing our series on the Apostles' Creed and our explanation for our confirmation review. We pick it up at the next part of this second article, talking about Jesus. He descended into hell. Some versions of this read, he descended to the dead. It's the same thing in the language at the time. The realm of the dead, Sheol, the place to where the dead go, either to wait or to stay, that depends on your theology. But Jesus went to the place of the dead. He died. There was no question about it. There's a lot of hay that's been made of that passage and the meaning of that. But that's really basically what it's talking about, going to be with the dead. But here we have something distinctive. On the third day, he rose again. We're talking resurrection now. And Jesus resurrecting is the uniqueness in the story. There were many who were claimed to have ascended. Some of the Caesars. Caesar Augustus was said to have ascended to be with the gods, and he was seen ascending from the funeral pyre as his body was being burned. Well, this is different. Jesus resurrected, and he continues to resurrect in his body, the church, a bodily resurrection. Now, there were some who would like to argue about whether or not if there was a video camera there, they would have seen someone walking out of the tomb. Well, the fact is, we have a real world in which real people have been really changed by the resurrected Christ being in them and them being part of that resurrected body. Resurrection is a distinctively Christian thing. Ascension, lots of ascension stories in many different faiths. Resurrection is a little unusual. In fact, it is very unusual. The third day, he rose again, and he continues to rise this day also, and will rise again tomorrow. He ascended into heaven. Well, again, that is a fairly common thing in the ancient world to speak of someone ascending to be with God. After all, Jesus appeared on the mountaintop with two others who ascended to be with God, with Moses and Elijah. And there's Enoch who walked with God and God took him away. So ascension is not a distinctively Christian thing. But we believe that Christ ascended is the one who resurrected and who continues to resurrect in this world, and his work is not done. Therefore, our work embodying him is not done either. Jesus, the Christ, is seated at the right hand of the Father, that we then confess that he is the one with authority and that he will come again to judge the living and the dead. Well, the resurrection of Christ is a movement that passes judgment on life and death and all reality for all of time, because he keeps resurrecting and transforming the world, and God, through Christ, is making us over into God's image in a more powerful, more beautiful, more glorious and loving way. And that is beautiful. Amen.